Hello. Oh, wait, can I mute this? There. There, I muted. So you should only be able to hear me in one place. Hello, I'm having major technical issues, which is why you're seeing me in two different places. And I don't have my nails on yet, so I'm working on that. My internet's a mess. And I'm thinking that this camera is clearer, but I don't know. So I'm going to need your help figuring out how I'm going to do this, because I think this is my iPad, which I can't control the color and stuff on that very well. But this is my laptop, and this is what normally happens, but it's so fuzzy. But if they're both fuzzy, then I'm really stuck. I am getting very frustrated. So, oh no, I don't have a, okay, so the left is clear and the right is blurry. All right. Well then I will have to look like death warmed over and use the iPad. The problem is the sound. The problem is the sound. Sound on the iPad doesn't, I can't connect this microphone to it. So, yeah. How are you? How are you doing? I hope you're well. iPad, okay, iPad is fine. So let me turn on the, I doubt you'll be able to hear me well, because if I unmute that and I mute this, then I'm not using, oh, move this closer, then I'm not using the nice microphone. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. Hello. Let me know. Double trouble. Is the sound at least workable for today? Maybe? Or is the sound just like, forget it, this is not working? Sounds good? It's not great, but it's good. Okay, well, we might just go with that then. All right. Well, it's still going to be a little weird. I will stop this cam. I will remove that. Hello. So, guess what I've done this morning? I can turn this thing sideways in a second. It's just sitting very low, so I'll have to raise up the, I'll raise up the desk a bit more. Anyway, things are not normally this chaotic. I'm troubleshooting, trying to get the best picture, the best quality, and it can be difficult. It can be difficult, so I appreciate you. Okay, yeah, I just didn't have my nails on yet. Everything running late. Oh, that looked like I got a bit of a lag. It looks like the iPad picture is clearer, but there's occasionally a bit of a lag. And I'm a little bit quiet because I'm very frustrated. Anyway. I'm happy with, I love these nails. I can share that. So, all right. This goes here. Shirley saying, don't worry about it. Trouble all over the country. Seriously, Jane saying just use the fuzzy one. Yeah, it looks like even the clearer one is lagging. Are you getting serious lagging with the this clear, it's a clear image, but it's lagging. Oh, who said that nails are not? Okay. Marilyn is saying the nails aren't necessary. The cards are. Oh, I don't know about that. I kind of need the card. I kind of need the nails. Serious lagging. Okay. Start this cam. I'm just gonna. All right. There. Add. Okay, sorry about that. Upload is bad. Upload is really, really bad. But it was fine before. I've tried rebooting. I've tried pausing things that are on the system. Man, this is making me crazy. All right, well, I'll just do what I can. I standing here and crying is not going to help, so I won't do that. I can want to, though. And sheer frustration. What am I trying to do? Trying to see if there's one more thing, if I can just get off of the, if I pause the iPad, if I pause everything else I can think of to try to get things off of the, yeah, everything's paused. I can pause. All right, well, here we are. Yeah, exit out of everything not essential for the live. And I have done that. And I've also paused things on the Wi-Fi that are using the Wi-Fi, paused things all over, and I've rebooted my internet router. I've heaps. Okay, well, here we are. Okay. I've done what I can for today. So I'll just take questions. Usually the sounds, can I change servers? No, not really. Because maybe the internet itself is acting up. Here, let me try. I'll try one more thing. Actually, once I move this back. There we go. If I switch. Okay, this is the slower internet. It's not the high speed, but it's usually very, very stable. But it's not helping at all. Okay. Desert Dawn saying on the right side, we can hear your voice without any distortion. Okay. In that case, I will do readings that way. Okay. Kristen had a question yesterday from today's audio only. Welcome to the Black and Orange podcast here on the Black and Orange channel, where I take your political questions and do my best to read on the collective energy in order to kind of see what is in our collective kind of energy, which quite often has insights into what's really happening or what is going to happen. Okay, Kristen from Uncover the News, who brings us amazing headlines. Thank you, Kristen. She had a question yesterday, so if Kristen has a question, I answer it. Her question was, did Alan Weisselberg and the police put on an act to trick Trump because he is already flipping when he was perp walked? So that's going to be number one. Over here, I had made a note of for Thursday. Okay, I had a question about Weisselberg. Does Weisselberg know? Does he know what he did with 2 sets of books is illegal? That he got around $800,000 in tax perks. I mean, that's really income to him if he didn't have to pay taxes on it. Does he care that it's illegal? Did he think he wouldn't get caught? He'd be held accountable? And what is he thinking about his crime now? So it's a huge thing, but that's the question. So I'll leave that open for Weisselberg's crimes. Okay, so we've got that. And then you guys have really great questions in the chat that I'm so sorry I did not. Oh, wow. And YouTube has cut off a lot of earlier ones, so I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, don't think of your laptop as fuzzy. It's just a romantic candlelight look. Exactly. Hello, darling. How are you? All right. All right. Okay. Alan Dershowitz filed a lawsuit against Netflix, re the Epstein series. Does Trump have something on Alan Dershowitz to make him such an advocate and make himself look ridiculous? Well, let's have a look. Since I cannot properly pronounce the first part of your name, and I know you've told me your real name, but I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I made a note in my notebook and I can't find it, but I did make a note and I have looked for it. I'm sorry. So I've just got you down as Galland at the moment. I'm sorry. Does Trump have off. Have something on Alan Dershowitz that he keeps embarrassing himself. So I've got that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, well, what the heck? Let's put up the I wish I'd done more with it, but we'll put up an overlay. It doesn't move, so it'll stay clearer. Just a fun little wildness. There we go. Okay, so oh, thank you, Polly Wanda. Yeah, oh yeah, contact internet provider so many times. Okay. Boo Boo's and Kitty. He is snoozing. Okay. And what really matters is that we're all together. Exactly, Marcy. Thank you guys so much for your patience with me. Mr. and Mrs. Frosty Bean, you go above and beyond, and I am grateful to you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. What else have we got here? And still looking for anything in all caps because a lot of the earlier stuff was cut off, I'm afraid, with the different problems I was having. Okay, Polywanda is asking, will Trump find a successful media platform to increase his power and influence? Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right, that's number 4. Thank you, Kristen. Okay. Sue is asking, does Melania have money hidden away? Is it enough? Okay. All right. Is it enough? Enough for someone like you or me? Probably. Enough for her? Not a chance. But we'll have a look. Thank you, Sue. Thank you for the question. All right. Pamela, it's okay if it's good that I understand you don't want to use his name, but it's kind of like Voldemort. It really is. He who shall not be named. And no, I don't. We need to call out fascists. We need to. Donald John Trump Sr. is a fascist, period. That's my feeling. So I don't have any problem with people using his name. But I see your point. I understand. I do understand where you're coming from. But I'm of the you say Voldemort's name school of and referencing 45 just reminds us that this fascist became president, which is horrifying. And he did not he does not deserve any of the accolades. Have you seen the he gave a speech, and in the front of the podium, the office of Donald J. Trump with a presidential seal on it. And that was at Bedminster. He was giving a press conference. It's like, you have got to be kidding me. So anyway, I have strong feelings. I'm sorry. I will step off my soapbox now. Desert Dawn, will Michelle Obama be involved in powerful politics in the near future? I've never picked up on her doing that. I've read on that over and over. I have just no, and no, and no, and no. I guess I could look again, but Taylor B thinks everyone is flipped already, and all are talking. We could ask. Desert Dawn, let me know if you really want me to read on. Is that important? Are you hearing something? Because I have never had, it is strong energy. I've never had anything like that. positive come up. But if you've heard something, or if this is really important to you, it's going to keep you up at night, let me know, please. Okay. Yes. New York State. I want to look at New York State has new laws. You just reminded me. New laws that allow gun manufacturers to be sued for gun violence and cleanup of their mess. It will, of course, go to court, but we are absolutely adding that in. Okay. Still looking. All right, so I've got that. Christine, can you read on the sale of Hunter Biden's artwork being blasted as unethical? Christine, what's the question? They're constantly using him as a distraction. I don't know what to read on there. They're just using him as a distraction. I don't know that there's anything else there. But please let me know. Surely you sound like Cash. Oh, Cash is the... Hello, my darlings. So good to see you. Actually, his isn't that high up, isn't that ridiculously posh. He's got a more regional accent. But no, I don't know if you guys know Danny Phantom on TikTok. I was doing more the hello, my darlings. How are you today? How dare you sit there and be so beautiful and so amazing, and I can't do anything about it. You know, or silly things like that. That's what I was trying to go for. White Dragon, what is the current energy of Trump getting indicted and arrested? Okay, let's have a look at that. White Dragon. Current energy of getting indicted and arrested. Got it. Okay. Leah wants to know, will Chelsea Clinton ever enter politics? All right, let me do it this way. At 24:30, will Michelle Obama or Chelsea Clinton go into politics? Okay. So 3 cards each. Will Michelle Obama or Chelsea Clinton go into politics? Oh, their energy, both of them. It's especially Michelle Obama. It's like getting into a warm bath compared to these guys I normally read on. Oh, Michelle Obama. Oh, I feel like stretching and having a salad. And Chelsea Clinton, I've got really good mom energy coming from her. Like From her, I could probably get a juice box. That's what it feels like. Anyway, oh, okay. So I've got the Page of Cups. Both of them care about other people and care about children. Maybe they would do something related to that. And all right, so Michelle, I've got a Hanged Man, I've got the Lovers, and I have got the Seven of Pentacles. So the center card is the Lovers. She was the first lady. Her husband was president. The first card here is a suspension, as in she was in politics, but she's not anymore. And over here, we have fruits of labor. She made a lot of money on her books, and she's just living her best life. So suspension of political action. And now she's, wasn't the right just losing their mind because she was wearing expensive boots or something. This is not politics. This is going home. But she'll, take part of charity, children's charities, things like that. Chelsea Clinton, I have got the Queen of Wands. I have got the Star. And I have got the Ten of Wands. So quite often with wands, I get this far right extremist energy, but in this case, it can also be symbolic. And I've got a star right in the middle. And the star can be, I can either be drawn, say, to like the small stars around the larger star, or it can be something about the water. But this can also be celebrity, fame. She became a national figure when she was a young teen, and they should have left her alone. But people would say bad things about her, and it's totally wrong. Unfortunately, she's a Clinton. And for all that the right hates Hillary Clinton, both Hillary and Chelsea are carrying the burden of what Chelsea's father did. It's not important in the grand scheme, like as a president, what kind of president was he? But this was, it was wrong. He was a married man. It was a wild power imbalance. There was a wild age difference. And people don't have affairs. Don't do it. Yes, it seems warm and lovely and it'll be great. You will carry that shame the rest of your life. It's possible your family will carry that shame for the rest of your life. It would hang over her. Always. It would always, her father would always, the bad, I won't say what I was going to say, smell. It's always going to hover. And she just doesn't want to go out there and be beaten up again. Why should she? Why would she? So, unless there's a way to get rid of that and be able to stand on her own, under her own merit, she's been beaten up really seriously from a young age. So if I were her, I wouldn't go anywhere near it, but it doesn't look like she wants to go anywhere near it either. So that's what I am getting there. Okay. Still have space for some more questions here. So that was Leah. And sorry, I didn't write down who asked the question about Michelle Obama. Christine? Maybe. Okay. Pamela, will George W. speak up against the horrible voter rights lawsuits? I thought he had said something. I know he's spoken up about the COVID thing. Is there any? Do you think he would have any power if he did? All right, we're doing. It's a retro day. We'll look at W too. Will W speak out about voting rights restrictions? Okay. Pamela. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Marilyn, were there Americans involved in the Haitian assassination? It doesn't feel like it, but we can have a look. Were Americans involved in the Haitian assassination? Okay, got that. I've got space for 2 more questions. Oh, Love Jalou, when will the committee finish the January 6 findings? Okay. When will the select committee finish their January 6th findings and reports? Right, got that. That'll be number 11. Thank you. And okay. Carl, does Trump have a fall guy to answer for his crimes? I don't. Which ones? Which crimes? There are so many. Carl, I don't know where to start. Let me know if you think of something specific, because eek. And Chris is asking, is Rachel Maddow going to go into politics? I have read on that before, and 2 things about that. 1, I got a great big no. And 2, she doesn't like me reading on her. I'm sure other readers are just like, sure, you read on her, it's fine. But for some reason, it's like I can feel she doesn't want, she's like, okay, but please don't. Just please don't. So, and I don't. So that's the best answer I could give. I have read on it in the past, and I got a big no. She has more power where she is, and she has more interest in what she's doing now, rather than trying to get in there and compromise with other. If there was nobody else to run, I think she'd step up to the plate. But she likes where she is, and she absolutely loves her wife, or partner. Are they actually married? She absolutely loves that woman, and their whole like little compound house, outbuildings. It's just this lovely. I'm surprised the energy. I'm surprised there aren't like fairies in the garden, and things don't twinkle. It's lovely energy. Okay. And okay, Jose is asking, will the GOP pay a price for obstructing all legislation now that Representative Chip Roy spilled the beans? I don't know what Chip Roy. He is a Texas representative, Republican, and he said he wants 18 more months of chaos and the inability to get stuff done, so the GOP can take back control in 2022. It's that's what McConnell's already saying, and we I don't know that that's really is that really a I thought that was kind of a given. But will the GOP will the GOP pay a price for obstruction? We can ask that in general. I don't think what Chips Roy said makes a bit of difference, but thank you, Jose. We'll look at that. That'll be number 11. Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Where was that? Okay, YouTube just dumped a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even know where I am, but that was a good question, and I want to make sure. Oh, no. Where was that? No, that wasn't it. Thank you, Pamela, about that information about W. No, there was a question up here. Oh, it disappeared. It was a question about 45. Will 45 be deposed? Will there be a deposition in the tech case? That was it. But I'm so sorry, I don't know who asked it because I can't find the original comment. Sorry. Will 45 be deposed about? Well, it's really about January 6th in tech case. His fundraising effort. Okay, so all right, I'm going to try one more thing. And I'm going to start in on Weisselberg. All right, doing a speed test on the computer, on the laptop, to see what it comes up with. Oh, it's moving along. Download speed is great. Upload speed is but StreamYard is awful. So I tried going through YouTube and trying to just do a straight up. I actually tried doing today's live stream directly on YouTube, but you can't, at least not on the laptop. It says you have to use a different program. So I'd have to download like OBS or whatever that thing's called. Oh yeah, speed test is fine. Connection is 3. Yeah, anyway, I'm just going to read all my questions and try not to beat my head against this desk in frustration. That did nothing. Did Alan Weisselberg and police put on an act to trick Trump because he's already flipped, or he's already flipping? Alan Weisselberg. See if I can get Weisselberg's energy. Stoic. His energy feels tense, but kind of stoic. Well, it makes sense. He wouldn't be exactly a touchy-feely, sentimental guy, considering who he has worked for and where he has worked for so many decades. All right. I've got the Queen of Pentacles. Well, if you think about it, we'll see. Let me check with the other cards, but this could be Weisselberg. He is the business consort of the Trump, the businessman. So, Kathy Michelson, the the video blurring, the whole beginning of the video for days, it's a huge thing. So we're just this is a podcast. Think of it as a podcast. And I'm so sorry, but I've been fighting this a lot. Anyway, Magician. Let's see what these other cards are. Magician, Seven of Swords. There's the Moon card. Four of Wands and Queen of Swords. I'm not getting... basically, I've got a magician. It starts with the Magician card. Major Arcana, someone standing up. This is what they're doing. But what they're doing is right next to the card of the Thief. In the center, we have Major Arcana, the Moon card, the howling at the moon, the, oh, wow, you got caught. Oh, look, the consequences for my actions. Right in the center. And in these 3, 5, and 7 card spreads, the card in the middle has real power and weight. This is the Four of Pentacles. It can be the card of vacation or retirement. I'm sorry. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. The Four of Pentacles is vacation or retirement, but it's also Trump's base of power. It keeps coming up because of this big building in the background with the red roof. Even though Trump may be at Bedminster or Trump Tower or something, I get this I call it the Mar-a-Lago card, but this is before Trump. I call this the cruise ship card, but this is Trump's base of power. And then right next to that, we've got the Queen of Swords, those are investigators. And I don't know why my voice keeps, hang on. There, hopefully that'll be better. So this is Trump's base of power, and investigators are at the end. So I'm not getting that he has flipped yet. I get that he's sweating bullets from this Moon card in the middle, but I don't get that he's flipped yet. Now, that wasn't an act when he was arrested and they were perp walking him and all of that, and it was an act for Trump because they flipped. No, that's not what this is saying. Now, has he flipped by now? That's a different question. But the question was, did Weisselberg and the police put on an act to keep Trump in the dark? And that's not here. Okay. So the next question at 45:30 is about Weisselberg's crimes. And I specifically, I'll pull this up because it's a long one. I read at the beginning, but we'll do this again. Because I was thinking it through, and I am wondering, does Weisselberg know that what he did with 2 sets of books is illegal? I just wanted to start with like a 3 card on that. And then some other, thank you, Linda, some other things. But does he know what he did with the 2 sets of books is illegal? The other question is, did he care that it was illegal? All right, the card for the reading is the 5 of Pentacles, and that's being out in the cold. That's not having money. It can also be the figures in the card being the little people. Meanwhile, the people with money are inside behind the stained glass where there's light and therefore warmth of candles or fires or what have you. But the little people are left out in the cold. Okay. Yeah, Carl, the pretty book and the truth book. Yeah. All right, I've got an Ace of Wands. Actually, let me put this here. Try to stabilize this a little. I've got an Ace of Wands, taking action, beginning of action, or taking a lot of action. Can be a huge, heavy thing. I've got the Moon card again in the middle of the 3 cards, and I've got the 8 of Cups. So what I'm getting is action, the big action that Weisselberg took. And this is the type of thing Trump would do because it's a wand. It's acting for Trump and himself. Howling at the moon is still at the center. This was a really bad idea. It's left evidence. This 8 of Cups has been, for a long time now, has been my card of evidence. Someone comes in, they leave a bit of evidence, they walk away. Someone else comes in, they've got a bit of evidence, then they walk away. And the committee, court, investigators, whoever it is, they gather all of this. So the answer to this question is he did it. That's what this says here, allegedly, entertainment only. But this says he did it. He realizes that that's a bad idea because, oh, look, evidence. He didn't think they'd be able to get hold of it. But the card for the reading, this is the real answer right here, which is rules are for little people. Rules are for poor people. And he's shocked that they were able to get hold of this. Howling at the moon, shocked. Where did you, evidence? So that is, does he know it's illegal? Did he know it's illegal? Allegedly, yes. Did he care? No. Rules are for little people. So did he think he wouldn't get caught? Exactly. So does he know that he got all of those perks? Does he understand what he did? Feels like it. Yes. He understood what he did, and now he's seeing the consequences. This is the 9 of Swords. This is being up at night, worried about, especially about legal matters. It can be, swords are also, it's air signs. So it can be thought, it can be worries, just in general, your racing mind keeping you up at night, but it can also be the law. And the way those swords are arranged is a little bit like bars in a prison, sort of. So will he... Okay, so what does he think about his crime now, and will he be held accountable? Oh, I know some of you are saying, of course he knew, but I just wanted to... I wanted to know if... if there was something else there, if there was a con that had started, that he had been sucked into, that Trump convinced him of something a while back and now has something on him, and so he was kind of reluctantly doing it. But no, that was an ace of wands. He took action. It may have even been his idea, because that is a card of initiating action. So what does he think of his crimes now? And is he going to be held accountable? I'll do 3 cards for what does he think of his crimes, and then 5 on will he be held accountable. Does he think of his crimes, and will he be held accountable? And he wouldn't have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. All right. Well, the card for for both of these readings is the 2 of Wands, which is the card of it's the card of communication. In the Haunted House Tarot, this card is a Ouija board. It's a card of communication, usually communication between living people, but that gives you an idea. These are also wands. So when we're talking about Trump, this is often communicating something about Trump stuff. But let's see, maybe it's just communication. What does Weisselberg think about his crimes now? 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Sun. Okay. The 9 of Cups here is the Merchant card. So that would be business. So there are multiple meanings here. This can be a merchant card. The card in the center is the thief. And then the Sun could be that coming to light. So doing business in a way with theft at the center of it being brought to light. Or this is my other card I get for evidence, which is, it isn't people coming in and leaving evidence and going, and they're organizing evidence. It's already there. They've already got it, and it's already sorted out. It's right here. They've got what they need about the theft, about the dishonesty. And that's coming to light. This can also be a play on words in English. The sun, as in the big thing in the sky, can also be the sun, the S-O-N. His boys, and other adults, but to a lot of parents, their kids are always kids in some level. The Sun, he's worried about, because his kids were roped into this too. This dishonest way of doing business. So what does he think of the crimes now? He's worried about his kids. He is floored that he got caught with the that Excel file. Okay, so is he going to be held accountable? 5 cards. Oh, I will mention again, for anybody coming in late, the blurring problem is a big problem. And I have been, it's not even worth sitting through the beginning of the video, because I was trying different things and just going on and on. I've been fighting this and fighting this. So today, just think of it as a podcast. Okay. All right. So back to this. 7 of Wands. Will Weisselberg be held accountable for these alleged crimes? 7 of Wands, Fool card. The 2 of Swords is in the middle. The 4 of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. Okay. This energy over here feels very strong, but we'll get there. The situation they're in is that Weisselberg, with the wands here, because the Trump world, Trump is the king of wands. So this is someone with the wand who's completely on the defensive. That's Weisselberg. And this is Trump, the fool. So they're both not in a good place. This guy, this fool, is about to walk right off that cliff, not even looking where he's going. On the defensive, about to walk off a cliff. The center of this reading is the decision card, the Two of Swords. And quite often it is legal decisions or decisions that have legal consequences. Or it could be well, not just decisions, but it could be, yeah, decisions. We'll just go with that. But this Four of Cups, this is the card of refusal. This is the person sitting cross-legged who's like, no thanks, I've had, usually it's, I've had 3 drinks, I don't want a 4th. I'm good, or somebody, you're hanging out with your friends and, you're young, you're hanging out with your friends and you've got whatever cool thing you got. And then someone's mom or dad shows up with a cool thing. They're like, hey, you want some more of this? And it's just like, you're not one of us. No, thanks. It can have those various kinds of meanings, but this is a refusal card. And anyone going up against Trump is accused of being a Democrat. So this offer to Weisselberg being refused because he's still convinced that the knight, that he is one of the knights who protect Trump and that Trump will protect him. This is a protector of the realm. And it's the protector of the Trump realm. So will he be held accountable? What I've got here is I have picked up on that Weisselberg is going to flip, but it's not going to be soon. Eventually, he's going to flip like a pancake is what I've picked up, but it's not going to be soon. So held accountable is it gets worse for him by not cooperating. Okay, so that says he won't cooperate. Will he be held accountable? Will he face real repercussions? Oh, goodness. Kristen's got some news, breaking news. Termination of the appointment of Alan Weisselberg as a director of the Trump International Golf Club Scotland Limited. I assume that's a choice. What does that mean? What does that mean? Whose idea and what? Oh, that's curious. Anyway, so 3 cards. Will Weisselberg face legal consequences? King of Pentacles. This is the businessman and the corrupt businessman, because all of those lovely greens can also be a very sickly, rotting, disgusting mess. Corrupt business practices. There's the family dynasty. The 10 of Pentacles is the card of dynasty. Then we have the Knight of Swords, which is aggressive law enforcement. And then we have the World card. And that's the end. So I'm not getting an answer about Weisselberg. Other than the sense of he's technically in there with Trump, but I think this is actually the family. I think this is Trump and his 3 kids, his 3 eldest kids. Aggressive law enforcement. And that's where they're trying to go. Going after the corrupt businesses. I don't think he flips until later, and I think he might flip enough or He might have some very bad, some not good, very bad days. But all those years, it's like, I hope you enjoyed that luxury, because that is in the past. Okay, so at 101, does Trump have something on Alan Dershowitz? Yes, Scotland is doing their own investigation into Trump, Pamela. That's what I read as well. But it's interesting that Weisselberg is it stepping down, being removed, quitting, fired? So all right, Dershowitz. Dershowitz and his underwear. No, thank you. Does Trump have something on Alan Dershowitz that keeps Alan Dershowitz being willing to lower himself even lower than he would on his own, which is saying something? Alan Dershowitz, does Trump have something on you? And it feels like they're just, well, it's either something what Dershowitz has done, which, because I've got a lover's card here, or it's just that they're close buddies. We'll see. All right. Stephanie's saying Dershowitz and Epstein connection. There's a certain amount of that. I read an article this morning about someone found another black book of Epstein's from about 1997. And, Trump's in there. So, Page of Cups. Oh, I don't like that we're starting out with a child. 8 of Cups. 5 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Devil. Okay. This is ugly. This energy is, oh, thank you, Sugar Doll. This energy is ugly. Everything about this is ugly. Seriously. Does Trump have something on Dershowitz? They knew each other back in Epstein days. Card for the readings, Lovers. For what it's worth, the card right underneath that one is the Tower. This is a young, sensitive person. When it comes to suddenly we're anywhere near Epstein energy, Harry's mom, he was removed due to the indictments. Okay, thank you. Yeah, John saying Page of Cups. Ew, I agree. Yes. When it comes to Epstein stuff, cups become women and wands become men. Young women being lined up. In the center, a bunch of men with their wands out. 6 is legally leaving. This can be going up the river to prison. This can be the way that they went out to the island or whatever. And then this is the Devil at the end. Does Trump have something on Dershowitz? They were both in Epstein land. This has got Epstein energy all over it. These people are scum of the earth. Scum. Hey, okay, 105. Speaking of scum of the earth, Trump. 105. Will Trump find a successful media platform to increase his power and influence? Will Trump find a successful media platform to increase his power and influence? Oh, Trump. Oh, I'm getting some panic energy off of Trump. And considering I want nothing more than justice, that makes me pleased, because that panic has to do with getting caught with something. He's being asked questions. He's been trying to deflect, but he's being asked questions by investigators or lawyers. Huh. Anyway, okay. Will Trump find a successful media platform to increase his power and influence? Yeah, I agree, John. It's either grifter or liar. Yes, I think those are perfect. All right, I've got a 7 of Pentacles. So fruits of labor. All Trump's really trying to do is get money. That's right now, that's all he's about. And whatever way he can stir the pot or get attention, I mean, that's nice, but it's the money he wants. All right, Hierophant. 3 of Wands, King of Swords, 10 of Cups, King of Pentacles. Okay, so what this is saying, we've got an institution, and in this case, like a big company, like Twitter, that broke his heart, who took their terms of use, their legal swords, and ran it through his heart that is 5 sizes too small. In the center, we have a prosecutor. So, of course, he's going after these institutions. Good luck. Although technically that's not what a prosecutor would be doing. But anyway, he's also, I think this is here because he's also facing prosecution. So that's getting all mixed up in all kinds of legal nonsense. The internet is a safer place. The United States is a safer place with Trump not having a voice, not having much influence. It's safe to go back on Twitter. And that says something, considering it's not really safe to go back. It's not really entirely safe. Trust me, as a woman on the internet every day, yeah. But compared to the way it was, it's better. But this is the businessman. These are both the incredibly wealthy owners of these social media companies who he's taking to court. It could also be Trump himself, and this talk of setting up another social media platform, but they have not been having much success. Kristen has breaking news. Rudy Giuliani has been suspended from watching Law and Order. Nice. Dun dun. World card. Well, wanting to speak out to the world and find a media platform, but this is an ending card, and it feels like an ending card. Knight of Swords, aggressive communication or aggressive law enforcement. 5 of Cups, so there's disappointment here. A lot has been knocked down, but not everything. And the Queen of Wands. So Trump is the King of Wands, so this would be anyone politically wed to him. But this is not the Knight of Wands, which would be the perfect match to this, which would be Trump world going after these people or what have you. No, this is actually law enforcement or enforcing laws like terms of use, contracts. And there's disappointment here. They try, they fail. They try, they fail. They try, they fail. There's disappointment there. So It hasn't worked so far, and it doesn't look like it's going to. But we shall see. Okay. 1, 10, 30. Oh, Ava Braun. So, Ava Braun, does Melania have money hidden away? Is it enough? Of course, enough for you or me? If it's money, is it enough for you or me? I bet it would be. Would it be enough for her? Not a chance. Oh, boy. Melania. Do you have money hidden away? And is it enough? Oh, she actually showed up again somewhere. Oh, in New York City. She's been in New York City. 6 of Swords. That is the card of leaving. And Swords are legal matters. Okay. 6 of Wands. 3 of, well, it's the Empress card. It's Major Arcana number 3. Page of Swords is in the middle. 9 of Wands and the Devil card again. Funny, that keeps cropping up when we're talking about Trump here. So, does Melania have money stored away? First of all, there are no pentacles here. There are absolutely no pentacles here. Zippo. Trump was the moneyed man, and that's why Melania hitched her wagon to his. And she had Barron, and she thought, great, I'm going to live in all of this bounty. But the center of it, Trump is a bully. And the longer you're around Trump, the King of Wands, the more beaten up you get, the darker and more awful it gets. This is a card of legal leaving. I'm not seeing money. It actually feels like her access to money was heavily watched and curtailed. True, Stephanie. The cards are showing very little ambivalence today. That's true. Okay, why is there? No, you're okay. 3 more cards. Does Melania have some money? Tucked away somewhere. Knight of Cups. I think there's a gentleman somewhere who wants to offer his love, but he doesn't have the kind of money she's been used to. He has money, but not what she's wanting, because if you've ever seen her chart, it's earth sign. It's like earth sign palooza. And when earth signs go bad, it's all materialism. All materialism all the time. That was a legal decision. The decision card, 2 of Swords, the Sun card, and the 5 of Pentacles. Legal decision. This Sun card in the center feels like Baron. S-O-N, Sun card. And it's this child here. Even though he's a teenager, she'll always, he'll always be her child. But this is the out in the cold. And she has set up certain things like in the prenup and whatnot, so that Baron ends up getting stuff, not just her. But in return, there are things she has to do. I don't think she's had any way to sock money away somewhere. Okay. So, at 1:15:30. Thank you, Peter. True, Rachel. If she loves money more than she loves people, she gets what she gets. Mm-hmm. All right, 1:15:30. 1:15:30. So, I'm guaranteed it's guaranteed they'll go to court. But New York State has passed new laws that allow gun manufacturers to be sued for gun violence and to clean up the mess, in the same way that tobacco companies, where you could sue them. Stephanie's saying Melania could write a book, should make some good money that way. I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you, Holly. I don't feel sorry for her a bit. There's a reason I call her Ava Braun. She is vile. Ava Braun just wanted someone powerful. She wanted someone with power and money, and she was willing to get all freaky with Adolf Hitler to do it. That's wow. Yeah. Anyway, but this, well, maybe we're headed in a good direction, because New York, even though it's going to go straight to court, New York has passed laws that allow gun manufacturers to be sued finally. So how is this going to go? New York State. Oh, they can be sued for illegal gun violence and decisions they have made. 4 of Cups. Well, of course they're going to refuse. Of course. They've been parents at Sandy Hook. We've got, how many school shootings we've had. They're not going to budge. It's very much like going after big tobacco. King of Pentacles, big money. Big money. It's blood money, but there's a lot of it. There's the Fool. And by the way, when I'm talking about this, I'm not talking about someone who has a gun that they use for hunting, for food. That's a whole different thing. Or someone who has a gun or 2 guns to protect their home. And that's it. That's not what I'm talking about here. Okay, 6 of Swords, High Priestess, and the 8 of Wands. Okay, huge power. And huge money, huge power, and politicians, the nicest thing you could call them would be fools for going along with this garbage. This extremist garbage. Center of the reading is traveling for legal reasons, or legally traveling. This would be, if it does stand, people going to different states to do different things. It's like a lot of the gun violence in Chicago. They're not getting the guns from Illinois. They're getting the guns over the border in like Indiana. But here we have higher wisdom. It feels like secrets as well, but it could be hidden money or hidden action, but it could also be the higher wisdom of trying to tackle this problem. But the far right just goes after these, trying any kind of limits, full bore, with both barrels. Yeah, this is the first volley of in a protracted legal social war. Welcome to Pluto return. Same way Same way we fought down big tobacco. We're going to have to fight back down the gun manufacturers. And that's just the way it is. But it's worth fighting. So anyway. All right. Been looking forward to this one. 121. The current energy of Trump getting indicted and or arrested. Oh, Denise is asking about the fuzzy video. Yes. The whole beginning of the video, I've been fighting this and fighting this and fighting this. So think of today as a podcast. This is the Black and Orange podcast. Because the video is messed up and I have tried 8 million things to fix it and I'm still fighting that fight. So, what is the current energy around Trump being indicted and arrested? Arrested? Yes, arrested. Oh, Trumpy, where are you? Oh, heart palpitations. He realizes he's in bigger trouble now than he's been in before. That's sinking in. It's sinking in. Corrupt businessman. Well, that's what they're going after him for, is corrupt business practices. He's worried. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. A shadow knows. King of Cups. Oh, and Biden's president now, not him. So that just... But of course he's saying, oh, but I won. It's my victory. King of Cups is Biden. Or it's Democrats or something like that. But this feels very much like Biden. And especially since it's right next to the 6 of Wands. Wands are... Trump is the King of Wands. And this is the card of victory. So Biden's president, but no, I'm the victor. I'm the victor. I need protection. You know, there's already talk that Trump is going to go into court and say, you can't go after me. I was president. He's going to drag this out as long as he can. Refusal. The 4 of Cups, just refusal. Trying to, okay, let's give us information, do this thing. Nope, not going to do it, not going to do it. 10 of Swords. It's like, oh, okay, you're not going to work with us? Then the full force of all the legal swords are going to metaphorically go through him like a pincushion. And it's about, this is the card of generosity. It's the card of charity. It's a card of giving perks. Little bit here, little, you get that, you get that, you get that, you get that, you get that. It's how Trump would get loyalty from people. The perks. Just legally, yeah, Trump the pincushion. Trump the defendant pincushion. But he's, no, I'm not going to play ball. I'm not going to work with you. And by the way, in some alternate universe, I won the election. No, you didn't. So, any more information there? Because the 10 of Swords is pretty clear. Yeah, Christine, exactly. Entertainment purposes only. Yes, absolutely. The Star. Can quite often with him be celebrity, but Page of Pentacles. Kids. Pentacles. Kids who work with him in business. In the center, we again have that card of perks. and the Ten of Swords legally. So the more information here is, it's not just going to be Trump. It's the littler Trumps. And right underneath that, just death of the way of life. So, okay. The energy is looking good. Hi. All right, 126. 126. Will W., George W., speak out about voting rights restrictions? Will W. speak out about voting rights restrictions? I don't like this guy. I just don't. Hierophant. Well, he is one of the past presidents. This is the card of institutions, card for the reading. He is a part of the establishment. Fair enough. Will he speak out about voting rights? 6 of Pentacles. Maybe a little. Center of the reading, 4 of Wands. This is the traditional meaning. He is retired. And 9 of Cups. It's a merchant, but he's also, this is also, Cups can also be, he's a painter. He might occasionally do a little political thing, but mostly he's retired and painting. And the guy in the studio showing off his paintings because he's retired. Not exactly a profile in courage. Okay. 128. Were Americans involved in the Haitian assassination? Okay. Thank you guys for being here, putting up with my technical difficulties. I appreciate it more than you know. Oh, Pamela, I wish you'd do more that he's done as well, but he's who he is. We got a good 9-inch nails out of the W era. It's about the only good we got, but sure. 128.30. Were Americans involved in the Haitian assassination? Doesn't feel like it, but let me see. Thank you, Sheila. Were Americans involved in the Haitian? I feel like 3 cards. Were Americans involved in the Haitian assassination? 2 of Pentacles. Very unsteady energy. Very. But that's the energy in Haiti. It's very unsteady. And now it's even more unsteady. Oh. Right behind that, I've got a Devil's card. So, yeah, not good. All right. 4 of Cups. Judgment. 7 of Pentacles. The situation was really fraught to begin with. Oh, there's definitely Judgment. But even the first card here is the card of refusal. The last card is fruits of labor. People trying to grab what few spoils there are. But as far as were Americans involved, I'm not getting the America card. I'm not getting America's card. I'm not getting sneaky behind the scenes. I'm getting refusal. Yeah, it's just very unsteady energy. this man was assassinated, people are arguing over the spoils of chaos. That's all I'm getting there. Okay. 131. When will the Select Committee finish the January 6 findings and report? Maryland, the attackers shouted DEA during the attack. That's American, not Haitian. Saying yes, they were involved? Okay. Okay, Kristen saying former Haitian Prime Minister said that 2 Haitian Americans were also part of the assassination team. And the Washington Post reported that 1 U.S. citizen was among those arrested. I thought you meant like CIA. I'm not, I wasn't getting, first of all, no one's 100% right. And I am the first to admit that I'm not 100% right, but I thought you meant DEA, or sorry, I thought you meant CIA kind of stuff, maybe DEA. I don't know. Hang on. Okay, Marilyn is saying, you're saying the attacker shouted DEA during the attack. That's American, not Haitian. Didn't you ask the question? If you know the answer, why would you ask me the question? Oh well. Okay. Select Committee 133. When will the Select Committee? All right, it's a card of communication. It's also It's also the wands, which is Trump energy, communication between insurrectionists and possibly, basically, who was communicating among the group, but also communicating as in their final reports and the findings, what have you. So there's that. When will the Select Committee finish the report? Thank you. Impressive shuffling with 9 Inch Nails. That was good. That was good. All right. 8 of Swords. Empress. 9 of Wands. Okay. The communication, about the communication. Legally hemmed in. The card for America. Capital A America, as in the United States of America, our ideals. And the 9 of Wands. So feeling beaten up by all the insurrection stuff. So the findings, what I'm picking up on from this, and your mileage may vary, but this being legally hemmed in, it will help a lot that a lot of these people have already been caught. A lot of the people involved have been caught. There are a lot of legal cases that are already ongoing. And so there's information there. I wonder if, I hope they're not going to have trouble with subpoenas, sending out subpoenas, but this is a lot of information there. This is people who are willing to speak out. The officers who were hurt. And it feels like this energy funnels into the center, which is we will see the findings. We will see the report. They will get information, good information from different places. Okay, so I'm not getting a bunch of lies and illusions and garbage like that. Tarot, just, I don't get specific, like, oh, it's going to be 3 months. Oh no, you're fine, Marilyn. You're fine. I appreciate your questions. Any timing sooner, later on when we will get this report? Well, there's a partnership. Card for the reading, the Two of Cups. So that's going to be a partnership, especially among Democrats. But let's see here. The Knight of Pentacles. So those are Republicans protecting the Republican realm. This is the Six of Swords. Quite possibly some people going to prison. And the Ace of Swords, which is the Sword of Truth. Well, the center card is in something like this, in theory, is going to be the most powerful. This would be going to prison. The Sword of Truth causing people to go to prison. Now, is the knight, is a Republican knight here, is this knight wielding this sword? Or is this knight going to prison? Because the knight's up against this going to prison card. If it was the other way around, if the Sword of Truth was in the middle, I would think, the knight is using the Sword of Truth to send people to prison. But it's this way. I think there are going to be some Republicans who are going to be in trouble. But a lot of the research has already been done. So it will have an impact. But I'm not getting timing as far. They're going to move forward, and it's not going to be a bunch of junk, which I think would be pretty good. So that's all I'm getting there. All right, to do 138, 15. Will the GOP pay a price for obstruction, considering Representative Chips Ahoy jerk said what McConnell said, which is we're going to stop them every chance we get. We're going to make sure they can't accomplish anything. Will the GOP pay a price for obstruction? It's not, there's no surprise here. It's just, of course they are. The energy is just, yeah, okay, do the thing. As in, like, put the cards down. They're just there. Nobody's surprised. Two of Cups. Again, partnership. But Democrats. Partnership. Star. Two of Swords. Judgment. Ace of Swords. King of Cups. This does not bode well for them, because at the end of this, I've got Biden. And next to Biden's the Sword of Truth. And in the center, I've got Judgment. This is a legal decision. It can also be voting, this Two of Swords. So the Star here, what can people get out of the well? Are they getting water out of the well? Is the well being poisoned? Has the well been poisoned? Can people function? What's in it for them? So they vote. Judgment card. This is often my election day card. The person bearing the person who wields the sword of truth wins. See if I can get any more of it. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. It's the Republicans. Oh, Republican Knight just fell out. They've been lying too much. So the swing voter, as 'twere, in the middle, they're tired of the lies. Will the GOP pay a price for all of the obstruction? That's Trump the man. They will pay a price for having made the Orange Fuhrer their leader. 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. It's not that Republicans are going to suddenly all become Democrats. No. But they may go on vacation rather than get involved. They take a vacation from politics. People leaving, politicians leaving. Changes. And the wheel turns. And the wheel turns, and the wheel turns, and the wheel turns. All right. And 142.30. 142.30. Will Trump be deposed? In his tech case, will he be deposed about January 6th? Justice card. Will 45 be deposed in the tech case he's brought? In the fundraising grift nonsense he's brought? Will Trump be deposed? About January 6th in the tech case. It doesn't feel like it. Let's see what the cards say. Oh, thank you for being here, Debbie. Okay, I've got cards falling out all over the place. He just wants money. That's the only reason he's doing this. He just wants money. Will Trump be deposed? 5 of Pentacles. Republicans feeling left out in the cold. King of Swords. Hanged Man, Chad, the Hanged Man, hanging Chad in the center. Ace of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. It's going to be thrown out. Right in the center, I've got suspension. There's no there. There's nothing there to gain besides Trump trying to get money. The other side's saying, case dismissed, case suspended. And the sort of truth is that the Republicans, their brand is weak. They shot themselves in the foot, really, by going with Trump. So, all right. Well, that is 13 questions for today. So I will be back tomorrow. I will probably be spending the rest of today fighting the internet. I hope at 4 o'clock in 2 hours, I'm going to be over at Book Art Media able to do writing sprints today. Sarah has to be at a funeral, I'm afraid. Bless. But if my internet doesn't work, we'll have to see. All right. But I will definitely be back tomorrow, and I will take more of your questions, and I will read on them Thank you so much for your patience with me and for this whole thing I'm trying to do here to keep things running, okay? Thank you. All right, and I will see you all, hopefully. You'll hear me tomorrow, but hopefully you'll be able to see me too. All right, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.